In this morning's Beautiful People, honoring the memory of a life in hopes of inspiring and helping others.
Yeah, that's the goal of a new exhibit at the Florida Museum of Photographic Arts in Ybor City. 10 Tampa Bay's Jenny Dean joins us in studio with more on that. Jenny.
Morning, Caitlin and Jameson. If you're struggling with mental health issues, it can be hard to put into words exactly how you're feeling. Sometimes it's easier to express yourself through the arts, like photography.
There's so many things about him, but the one thing that with him, it just was always about everyone else. He just cared so much about everyone else.
He wanted to do everything, you know, whether it's photography, it's soccer, it's volleyball, it's, you know, flying planes, it's driving cars, you know.
He was just this great person where I could just, you know, be myself around and wouldn't be afraid to, you know, express myself.
Jacob Camus was just 16 years old in 2022 when he lost his battle with mental illness.
We're channeling the things that he loved to do when he was with us, which is photography.
His parents, Jeffrey Camus and Catherine Alano, wanted to find a way to help other teens who may be struggling while honoring Jacob at the same time. So they held a photography contest open to Tampa Bay students. The winning photos now on exhibit at the Florida Museum of Photographic Arts.
I think for him and kind of everything that he was going through with his illness, it was always about the fight, but also how he could help others. And he knew a lot of other kids, you know, were going through some things too, and he always wanted to try to help them as well.
I'm hoping that, you know, to bring awareness to our society and, you know, to get rid of the stigma. You know, talk about it, let somebody know, because someone could be struggling and they're so afraid to tell somebody.
David Kane was friends with Jacob since elementary school and entered this photo.
Well, one, it was amazing because I had never, you know, been published as a photographer like this before, but also published in a museum like this that honored Jacob and his memory, and what he loved to do most was just like the icing on top, being like, I get to be published while also honoring one of my best friend's memories.
But we know he's with us. He's leading us in this journey. He's telling us what to do.
And Jacob would have loved, you know, to have seen this.
Now, if you are feeling suicidal or even in emotional distress, you can call or text the Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 988. You can also reach out through chat by visiting 988lifeline.org/chat, and veterans can call 988 and press 1. Now, that exhibit is happening right now at the Ybor Museum, and it runs through June 16th. And it's a beautiful museum. If you haven't had a chance to get out to the museum since they moved to Ybor, they've done such a beautiful job with this exhibit and so many others.
Yeah. So tough for his parents, I'm sure, but incredible what they're doing to honor his legacy.
Yeah, bringing that attention to it, right?
Yes, and they're really helping others, other teenagers express themselves through photos, and they're hoping to make this an annual contest. This was the first year for it, and to have kids, you know, actually get to be published or exhibited.
Yeah, it's
a huge honor.
That's great. All right, Jenny, thank you.